Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome back. Glad you could make it. This is 17 and some change. I'm AccuDez17, here to bring you my 2 cents. So like I said last week, this episode is gonna be mostly a chill episode, mostly a rebound episode, um, something to kind of take us away from politics for a little while. Um, so we're gonna be doing a Would You Rather, 4 rounds. Um, we're gonna do football, basketball, morality, and absurdism. So there's gonna be 4 rounds there. Um, but before we get to that, I did kind of uh, have a couple things to mention. Um, it's come to my attention. So I got my car yesterday and I got it insured. I had to get it insured. And um, while I was negotiating a rate, it came to my attention that I still had points on my record due to uh, a motorcycle incident. When I first got my motorcycle, um, that first summer with it, I had felt fa- um, I had fallen off on a turn. I mean, I still think there was sand there, but um, they apparently if you have an incident with a motorcycle that affects your car rates, which is whack because I don't really have incidents in a car. Like I can't fall off a car, you know what I mean? Or fall out of your car or whatever. Like I've never done that. So it's you're getting penalized on your car insurance for what you did with your motorcycle. I don't know. I think it would be BS too, like if you had like a CDL or like a truck license and you had an accident or like you crashed into something because you're driving this freaking 40-foot thing. Like I don't think that should affect a motorcycle or like a car, like a regular car rate or whatever. But um you know that's just so you guys know, that's how it works and stuff like that. um Also, yesterday I walked a pretty large distance. I walked for a little bit over an hour. So I mean, not that's not a large distance comparatively, um, but it's a decent little hike, you know what I mean? And I was thinking during the walk that, if shit ever did like go down or whatever, it's kind of the bare minimum to like be able to migrate. You know what I mean? Like I think you want to be able to at least like walk to the next town or something like that. Um, if you're solo, like if you're by yourself or whatever, or even I think that it's just optimal. Like that's optimally the bare minimum physical requirements during like a shitstorm type of situation. You want to be able to at least walk. Um, some people they walk like all day and stuff like that when they're migrating and stuff like that. And so like being able to walk, I think, um, is good, and that's something you can practice and stuff like that too. You know what I mean? Um, All right, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on those. I just wanted to say those two things, and I'm kind of gonna get started here on this. Would you rather? Am I gonna call attention to like how red my eyes are right now? Like, jeez, Louise, bro. Um, hold on, give me a second. So those are so we'll start off with the football ones. So would you rather watch a defensive slugfest that ends 9-6 or a shootout that ends 45-42? Um, 9-6, like that's not even a touchdown. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a defensive slugfest and a half in a shootout. It depends. It depends, but I probably would lean towards if I had to choose, I'd lean towards the defensive slugfest. Um, yeah, go defense. Would you rather see an underdog team win in the Super Bowl or a dynasty continue its reign? Um, Now, if you guys want to comment your answers in the comment section, that would be cool. It says, would you rather see an underdog team win the Super Bowl or a dynasty continue its reign? It depends on the underdog team. But most like I don't necessarily get behind the underdog team just because they're the underdog team. You know what I mean? It's all relative. Like sometimes, you get sick of the dynasty team, but and sometimes you like who the underdog team is. I think by and large, I would rather see I would rather see the Dynasty continue doing its thing, but certain underdog teams are cool too. You know what I mean? It says, would I rather have overtime decided by sudden death or both teams guaranteed a possession? I like both teams guaranteed a possession because that's just like just the way football works. You know what I mean? Like, um, I don't think it's equally easy. Like I think it's easier to like get into field goal range than it is to like stop a team from getting into field goal range. Um, would you rather see 100-yard pick six or 100-yard kick return? 100-yard pick six. Those typically look cooler. Um, I think with the kick returns now, you could kind of just hit a seam and be gone too. Not like it wasn't always that way. Would you rather have a Super Bowl played in heavy snow or a downpour of rain? Heavy snow is always cooler than a downpour of rain. Would you rather watch a game with no penalties called or one with every penalty enforced to the strictest letter? Rumor has it you can call like a penalty. on every single play. So I think that would be boring. I don't think the game would ever end if they called like a holding every single play. Um, every play, every play is like there are multiple penalties on the field. Penalties offset. You just keep replaying the same, like replaying first down like indefinitely. Like the players would all just like get exhausted and like it's like 48 hours later. Would you rather expand the playoffs to 16 teams or shrink it back to 8? I'd rather shrink it back to 8 than to expand it anymore. I didn't necessarily like the expansion in the first place. I know people who did, but I didn't. Um, yeah. So if you're gonna expand it again, I mean, I've come to grips with where it's at now, you know, but I'd rather go back than to expand. Um, would you rather see a team relocate to a new city or keep its history and never win again? Wow. What team? I mean, some teams I don't care if they never win. But like that does remind me of the Chiefs though. Like they're thinking about like relocating, or at least I saw like a rumor somewhere. I don't know how true that is. Would you rather see a kicker nail a 70-yard field goal or a quarterback throw a 99-yard touchdown? What do you mean by throw a 99-yard touchdown? Do you mean like 99 yards in the air? Because yeah, I'd rather see that. Or are we talking about like a screen pass that goes 100? But as far as a kicker nailing 70, you might see that like soon with Brandon Aubrey. Um, to be honest, like there's a lot of talk floating around that he has a 70-yard range. So that was the football ones, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to the basketball ones. This is NBA version. This is 2000s NBA version though, not just like like this is 2000 specifically. So, because that's my era. I though I liked basketball, like I liked Jordan in like 96, 90, like even before that, like I like Jordan like Space Jam days. Like I like Jordan in the 90s, but I was a kid and I wasn't like basketball wasn't my main thing when I was a kid. I liked Jordan. It wasn't until Kobe and Shaq started doing their thing in LA. That's when I really became a basketball fan. So it was like, in 98 I was aware of Kobe, I was aware of MJ, I was aware of Kobe becoming the next MJ potentially. Um but nah that that first championship run is really when I became a thing. So like 2000, you know. And it says right here, would you rather see a prime Kobe 81-point game or a prime Shaq 50-point 20 rebound game live? I it is one of you know I wanted to see Kobe live. I it's something that it's one of my bigger regrets is not ever being able to see Kobe Bryant play live. And I even had um I even knew people in California for a majority of his career, and he played for so long. I just kept saying next year, I'll do it next year. And then when it was finally his last year, the tickets were like $1 jillion. And yeah, I never got to see Kobe play live, which is a travesty. For a long time, that jaded me, and it made me say like I'm never gonna go to a basketball game live because of that. But that's I'm not gonna let it. Like I still might go someday. I'm not gonna let not seeing him ruin like potential like to not see anybody else. I might go try to catch a LeBron game or something. Before he's gone or whatever. It still would sting like, yeah, I got to see LeBron, but not Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, but it is what it is. Such is life. I got to see Kane from the WWE or whatever. I got to watch Tom Brady and stuff like that. I got to see Randy Moss. Um, the triplet, like I saw Michael Irvin. You know what I mean? Like live at like the game or whatever. So, it says, would you rather watch Vince Carter's dunks? Boom. Or Allen Iverson's crossovers on repeats? I'd rather watch Vince Carter's dunks, bro. Like, AI's crossovers were sick, but Vince Carter's dunks, kaka. Like, what? Yo, he was nut. Like he was fun to watch as a dunker because he had like the finesse and the power. Like he was a dunker. Would you rather have the 2001 Lakers versus 2001 Sixers finals rematch, or see the 2007 Suns finally win it all? 2007 Suns finally wait, what? Have the rematch. The Lakers would win again. Like, what's the point of a rematch? Like, and the '07 Suns, I don't know what they lost with Steve Nash or whatever. Who was it? Miami that year in '07. Who won the NBA championship in 2007? The Spurs. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. They beat the LeBron's Cavs. That's the year that they swept them and stuff like that. So I don't know, dude. Like I don't even like that Suns team. Like they were against the Kobe's at the time. Like I didn't like them. Steve Nash stole MVPs from Kobe. The freaking stupid Suns eliminated the Lakers from the playoffs and stuff like that. I mean, we got them a bunch of times too, but like I didn't like the Suns, you know what I mean? Would you rather see Tim Duncan's bank shot or Dirk Nowitzki's fadeaway in clutch time? Yeah, I used to like Dirk's fade. I used to like Dirk's fade a lot. I mean, Dirk's fade, bro. Like I incorporate that. Like I don't even know. Like I do. It's like a Dirk Kobe like hybrid fadeaway, Dirk Kobe Jordan hybrid fadeaway that I do. But yeah, nah, I used to like watching that high arcing fucking tough shots. Nah, that was Dirk off one leg, like bah, with that crane, with that crane neck. Um, would you rather have the league dominated by one unstoppable big man or spread across versatile guards? I think it would be cool. It's cool. Like I like everybody that's good at basketball. I don't Unstoppable big men are cool. Versatile guards are cool, but it like that's a silly question because like the game doesn't work like that. There's always gonna be like nasty players at every position. Like, you could say like, well, when Shaq he dominated the whole league, but it's like yeah, but like he didn't really dominate Yao Ming, like, but and you had Kobe and Dwayne Wade and Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady and Ray Allen and Iverson. Would you rather and Michael Finley? I could throw Michael Finley in there, right? Can I throw some Latrell Sprewell in there? Would you rather relive the Malice at the Palace from the stands or never have it happen at all? Man, I know the nice answer is supposed to say never have it happen again. Violence is bad and stuff like that, you know. Um, but it was super entertaining. Like that shit was like, especially when I was young when I first saw it. Like I thought that shit was fun. Um, but yeah, no, like you shouldn't like assault people. But like it was just a thing. Like it was just like drunk people yelling and throwing stuff at players, and then players like attacking them because of it. I don't know. It was again the responsible thing would be to say like there's no place for anything like that in sports, and it's true. There's no place for anything like that in sports, but are we talking sports or are we talking sports and entertainment? Right? There's arguably a place for that in the realm of entertainment, right? I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad even justifying it, but um would you rather see Ray Allen hit 10 threes in a game or Steve Nash dish out 20 assists? I already told you what I thought about Steve Nash. And then when he finally made it to LA, he sucked. And so it's like, no, I'd rather see Ray Allen hit 10 threes in a game as long as it's not in a finals matchup against the Lakers. Would you rather watch a 7-game Spurs versus Lakers series or a 7-game Celtics versus Heat series? Spurs versus Lakers or Celtics versus Heat? I mean, I was a Laker fan, so I'd have to choose the Lakers. Of course, I was like so. Would you rather keep hand checking in the rules or embrace the offensive explosion in the mid 2000s? I didn't mind hand checking. I liked hand checking. I wanted to keep hand checking. Like it's just a check. You're just checking. Like you're just checking it out real quick. Like I don't see the big travesty about it. You know what I mean? You're not saying you can grab the guy. You're not saying you can push the guy. Like to me, like just putting like that elbow, like you just wanna kind of feel where they're at, bro. Like I don't know. Like I thought it was stupid. Like no hand checking. Like just use your feet. Then what the hell do you even have arms for as a human? To follow the ball, to like block the ball or whatever. So all your arms can do is who you Mbappe, no, don't do it. On, wax off. It's like nah, like let like and same thing like even with corners, like I think corners should be able to kind of like just a feel, like you should be able to just like feel where your opponent at. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. Um, would you rather see LeBron stay in Cleveland forever or watch the Heatless form again in Miami? Heatless form again in Miami. I don't. I nah. I think his story turned out to be pretty cool. Like starting in Cleveland, going off, becoming a big boy, and then coming back to Cleveland. I think that was pretty cool with friends and stuff. Um, all right, so that's the basketball version, and we're gonna go on to the moral version. I'm gonna try not to like overthink any of these. I'm gonna try to go like instinct kind of. You know what I mean? I mean, if some of them call for like deeper thought, we'll give it deeper thought. But I'm just gonna try to go instinct on these and see. Says, would you rather live in a society where everyone tells the truth or one where everyone is kind but dishonest? No, I'd rather live in a society where everybody tells the truth. I mean, I think truth is one of the highest virtues. It is one of the commandments to not lie. I think truth is where it's at. You know, Christ claims to be the truth. I think the truth is great. I don't like lies. The lying bothers me deeply, whether it's myself lying or somebody else lying. I have a really low threshold for what I find to be acceptable in the realm of like lies. I have an extreme, I'm very judgmental. I have an extremely difficult time ever seeing somebody in the same light again or ever trusting somebody who I've seen lie. I cringe when people laugh about like little lies that they've told. Um, um, but yeah, and no, I'm not saying I've never ever been dishonest or I never am dishonest like to get out of stuff sometimes and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect, you know what I'm saying, but I am saying that it hurts me to lie and like lies I don't like them. Like it's like I think that they're gross. I think lying, it's like a gross thing. Like I get the ick when it comes to lies. Like, would you rather have a government protect freedom at the cost of safety, or protect safety at the cost of freedom? Um, well, I definitely don't. I mean, this should be an easy one. I mean, I said I wasn't going to overthink. I'd rather have them protect freedom, right? I'd rather have them protect freedom at the cost of safety, but it doesn't have to, like in the real world, it doesn't have to be one or the other. Like there should be a balance. You know what I mean? And certain arenas should you need the government more than other arenas, right? Um, Would you rather just prioritize fairness for individuals or efficiency for society as a whole? I think everything starts with the individual. I think if we had fair individuals, then that would work its way up at a society at a societal level. Somebody asked me what's more important, the the individual or the collective? And I said that they're both equally as important because the collective is merely an assembly of individuals, and the collective could be all going in the wrong direction, and it takes the individual to recognize that. Would you rather laws never change or laws constantly change to reflect the time? Oh, wow. And this is another one where I can't say like I'd rather have like laws that do change but gradually and stuff like that. But so if it's an either or, you can't have laws that never change. I mean, though the moral laws like don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, um so it's funny because like the laws that never change is what encompasses wisdom, right? I was just reflecting on this and exposed to this topic recently, where it's like knowledge is about the amount of things that you know. Knowledge can be constantly changing. It's facts, it's relevancy. Um, it's but wisdom is knowing the things that never change. And one of the things that never changes is um, aspects of universal morality. Um, and so that's a good question. What do you mean reflect the times? You mean like these are a rock and a hard place type questions. You know what I mean? You need the laws that never change. Like murder will never be okay. But then you need laws that do change to reflect like robot ownership and stuff like that. Um, so I'd still take maybe the laws that never change. Um, at least this way you won't be breaking a law every time you turn around that you didn't know. Like you don't have to like keep up with like new shit. Would you rather a world where nobody lies or a world where nobody steals? I don't know. I'd say a world where nobody lies. 'Cause I think even if you steal and you tell the truth about it, then people are like likely to be more forgiving. Would you rather healthcare be free for all but less advanced, or highly advanced but only affordable to the wealthy? Again, you need the blend. You need free healthcare, um, available for everybody who wants it, and you need um, selective healthcare for those who are willing to pay. But if you had to, and like, what good is bad healthcare? Like, shit can like make you even worse. And but like highly advanced but only affordable to the wealthy. Like healthcare in general is only affordable to the wealthy. Like that's not sustainable. Like it's not good. It's not nice. Um, what is this? What is this? Freaking communism versus. Would you rather a society with no poverty but no wealth, or one with great wealth but deep inequality? Like a society with no poverty but no wealth, one with great wealth but deep inequality. And it shouldn't be a tough decision. It should be an easy decision. The decision should be that you would rather have a society of equality and like no poverty, no wealth. But it's it's the potential for wealth that drives innovation, and it shouldn't. And even if it does naturally create an inequality, that inequality shouldn't mean poverty. Um, so if you're going to have a society where people can become billionaires and other people can become mm, cashiers, minimum wage, uh, this minimum wage shouldn't uh, it, in, enslave them into a life of poverty. There shouldn't be, just because there's an inequality doesn't mean, because there is going to be an inequality anytime there's a hierarchy, right? Peterson talks about this. Like if you're looking at uh, 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 an NFL roster, right? There's, unless everybody is just as good as one another, you know, to have good quarterbacks, you're gonna have to have shitty quarterbacks. And so anytime there is anything of worth to be had, it's going to create inequality on the rungs of this ladder. I don't think, you know, it says uh, 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 a society with no poverty but no wealth. I think you can have deep inequality and still have no poverty. That's my point. But I understand that that's that's a pipe. That's not a pipe. Um, I think that's a feasible thing. You know. Um, but if I had to choose, yeah, I have to choose. I'd say a society with no poverty. Right, like that's the best thing. But I don't think that having the potential to gain great wealth should automatically induce poverty. That shouldn't mean poverty, right? We use capitalism to fund social programs, use capitalism to fund socialism, and you know, create this safety net that gives everybody a, a solid floor. So even if you fall all the way out of the competition and you can't do the rat race and all these other things, at least you still have a human, like a good home and health care and like clothes and like food and like even money for like extra, like for entertainment and stuff like that. Like I don't think poverty has to exist just because, you know, so we tax the rich. We tax the rich. No, I'm just playing, but not really. Um, what would you rather the majority always decide or minority rights always prevail? I don't know. I think this that illustrates why we have a system the way that we do. Um, in regards to it's not just majority rule, like it's divided by um, territory. Would you rather have animals have equal rights as humans or technology have no limits? That's funny. I can imagine a world where animals have equal rights as humans. I mean, to an extent, they do. Like, no, they don't. Like, imagine, that's stupid. That's silly. But, like, imagine, like, your dog gets to vote for, like, president and shit like that. That would be funny. I'm not gonna answer 10 because that's gonna take too much thought. Says a world without war or a world without disease. I mean, instinctually, I say disease, a world without disease, because no, that goes against my thing. Um, because disease, I feel like is just like trash. Like war is not good. War is trash too. Yeah, see what I mean? That one's gonna take way too much brain power. But let's move to the absurd ones. I got a few of the absurds. Let's see what they have for us and stuff like that. Would you rather the NFL be played with a frisbee instead of a football or the NBA with a beach ball instead of a basketball? I'd say the football with a frisbee. Football with a frisbee. You can't play basketball with a beach ball. Would you rather popcorn rain from the sky once a week or soda fountains erupt from the ground once a month? I'd rather have popcorn rain from the sky once a week. The soda fountains would get really like sticky and gross. Um, the popcorn, hopefully it'll help the birds, you know, and even a lot of the hungry people, like once you get like a few layers from the bottom, some of the top layers, you can like eat some of the top layers and stuff like that. I don't see how it could be bad for it to rain food. Well, I see how it could be bad for it to rain food. I see a lot of ways it could be bad for it to rain food, but I think it's better than the ground erupting in soda. Um, Soda that would be really hard to clean. Would you rather have cows rule the government or pigeons run the stock market? You mean cows don't rule the government? No, I'm just playing. But like I think both would be a funny sight. I like pigeons. I like pigeons. But cows taste pretty good. I hear pigeons could taste good too. Would you rather all cars be replaced by pogo sticks or all planes replaced by giant slingshots? That's fun. That's cool. Imagine going to like instead of taking a flight, you just take a slingshot. You just whoo. That is cool. Um, and like the pogo stick thing is fun too. Like that's a really fun idea too. And since I don't really take a plane too much, I think maybe just giant pogo sticks. Like everybody just and you can like go like every bounce can take you like blocks. You just woo. That would be fun. Would you rather every time you sneeze it creates fireworks or every time you laugh it creates thunder? I think I'd create thunder when I laugh. Um, because it's safer for everybody around me. It's just a sound. It's not even lightning. Whereas if I made fireworks when I sneeze, like somebody could get hurt. Would you rather have every building made of jello or every sidewalk made of trampolines? Sidewalk made of trampolines all day. How cool is that? How cool is that? You got the pogo stick cars, and then if you're walking, you got the freaking trampoline sidewalks. That's a fun world right there, let me tell you. Um, would you rather the moon be made of cheese or the sun be made of pizza? I'd like to defer to Neil deGrasse Tyson on this one. Um, Neil, what would happen if the moon was made out of cheese? And what would happen if the sun was made out of pizza? I fucking love pizza. I absolutely love pizza. So I don't know. Would you rather clouds be cotton candy you can eat or rivers be soda you could drink? I don't really like soda that much, and just like, but how am I gonna get? How am I gonna get to the clouds? I don't know. And is there gonna be like real rivers too? Is there gonna be like real water rivers too? I could use some cotton candy right now. Um, would you rather sports? This is the last one, and then I'm gonna go away. For the day. Would you rather sports commentators narrate your entire life or cartoon characters give you advice at random? And George puts down the phone. It looks like he needs another spatula to finish these eggs here, Al. And he's got the plate ready already. He has the plate ready. I know. I see that. But is the egg going to remain on the skillet before the plate can become a fucking thingy mabob? Um, no, I rather have cartoon characters give me advice at random. I think that would be pretty cool. Just chilling, and then Goofy just shows up. I don't think you should do that, boss. So yeah, I don't know. I have a coworker who laughs like Goofy. I think that's pretty funny. I already let her know that. But anyways, um, yeah, I'm glad you guys showed up. I'm glad you could make it. I hope everything good happens for you and stuff like that. And I think maybe next episode we'll go over some like news and stuff like that. Maybe don't hold me to it, but like I'm thinking we might go over some like articles or something like that. But yeah, I mean, whatever happens then happens then. And until then, um, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And yeah, take care. Goodbye.